Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I'm a comic collector. These Sunday videos are intended to showcase the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop. I've got a pull list, so I'm pretty familiar with what's happening in comics today. I love digging through the dollar bins, and I love digging through the back issue bins. So, if that sounds interesting to you, and you'd like to join me on my journey back to the bins, why don't you take a look over here, and I'll show you what I picked up. Alright, and like I said, these are the books I picked up this past week at my local comic shop, 204 Comics in Winnipeg, and as per usual, we start in alphabetical order, and that takes us to The Amazing Spider-Man. This is, of course, last week's Spider-Man. This is issue number 66. That is a Mark Bagley A cover. Still waiting for the variant, of course. There's a variant cover coming, and I believe it's at the shop now. So this variant cover is going to be part of next week's haul video. So stay tuned if you're interested in what variant I picked up. But super cool. Love seeing Black Cat on the cover here with Peter having a smooch in the city. It's a good time. Like that. Then I don't know what to call this. I guess this is independent in its own right, but this is from Archie Comics. This is Archie is Mr. Justice, issue number 2. That is a Matt Talbot variant cover. Of course, that's an homage to Crisis on Infinite Earth, issue number 7, probably the most famous out of that run. This was a good first issue, certainly an Archie comic, but a little bit different than what I was expecting. Enjoyed it, and what I'm enjoying more, I think, about this are the homage covers. So stay tuned for great Archie homages to other comic books and other superheroes, but a fun read. It's not a bad read, it's a fun read. Limited series, so we're good to go there. Over to DC. I got this because I really thought the cover was great. Really like that. This is Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, the Noir edition. This is issue number 1. That's a Tim Sale cover. I don't know anything about Long Halloween. A variation of it or something came out last year, late last year, right around Halloween, I guess, the fall time. I didn't pick it up because I didn't know anything about it. I guess there was an earlier story about Long Halloween. So here we are. I guess this is the last Halloween. And I have not seen other issues for this particular series, this Noir edition. So I'm not sure if they're coming out. This is kind of all I'm getting, but if there's more on this Noir side, I'll keep it going. Beautiful cover nonetheless, and I look forward to reading another Batman story. It's been a while since I've read anything. Well, I guess I'm reading Batman year 1, but something that's not rooted in the past, although this might be too. I have no idea. Anyway, very cool cover, and hopefully the book is good. Oh, yeah, and then we went over to the, because of the distribution issues, and like I encourage you to do, I figured I should, go through the bins a little bit more than when I would normally get my pulls, because I'm not getting as many of them, so I hit up the back issue bins, and I finally found this to almost complete the run of this Man and Wolf story for Captain America. This is Captain America issue number 403, from May of 1992. That's a Rick Levins cover. I love this because this is where we also get introduced to Cap Wolf, all that stuff. We got Wolverine. This is 90s goodness. Spider-Man celebrating his 30th birthday. So all kinds of fun 90s stuff going on here, and I'm here for it. I collect Captain America comics, and I'm glad to get this. But of course, it followed with, or it preceded, I suppose, Man and Wolf, what is that, part 3, I guess? Because this one was, part 2? Part 2, so this is part 3. This is Captain America, issue number 404 from June of 1992. Once again, a Rick Levins cover. It's Cap versus Wolverine, and Moonhunter is waiting to bury the loser. Well, that sounds like a good time, or a good story. Nice to see those. Nice to complete that run. And something from, I guess, the week before. This was late in arriving, had nothing to do with the current distribution issues, but this is DC Horror Presents issue number 4. That's the Tyler Crook cover A. This is the final issue, and Patton Oswalt, whom I know as a comedian, is doing the writing here. I love this cover. This was my The first reason for getting it was this cover. I've had a lot of fun with. I know it's kind of flip a coin, but I've really enjoyed what I've read so far, and it's nice to finally get the last issue. Can wrap that up, and who knows? No, I guess this wouldn't qualify for mini-series of the year because there's a bit of it released in 2025 and a bit of it released in 2024. Ooh, it falls between the cracks. We'll have to figure out a way of doing that. Okay, and then sticking with the indie stuff, here we've got Dick Tracy, issue number 7. This is the Francesco Francavilla variant cover. Super cool. Going to get all of the Francavillas. Mad Cave doing some great work here with Dick Tracy. I tell you every time, this Dick Tracy book is worth getting into. This is the second arc now, the second volume of Dick Tracy, and I have been loving it. I thought this was going to be very novel. I thought it was going to be very cornball. It's a great, gritty kind of noir story. Of course, why would it not be, right? But it's not reaching into the Warren Beatty Madonna Dick Tracy. This is true grit, although not starring John Wayne. But yes, very, very cool. I can't wait to read that. Like usual, I am behind in my reading, but we're getting better. Over to Marvel again. This is a distribution issue, so this is a late one. Here we have Fantastic Four, issue number 28. That is the Joshua Cassara cover A. This is a great book. I'm totally thrilled that we've got some trench warfare, World War I. Who is that? Black Knight, I guess? Looking forward to this. This is such a great... It's not even... Well, it's a series, but there's no huge arcs going on here. It's individual fun tales with the Fantastic Four. This is what Stan Lee was doing back in the 60s. This is absolutely awesome. And as we are getting into Fantastic Four 2025, I mean, this is perfect timing. Read this book. Pick it up. You won't regret it. So good. And of course, like all good Fantastic Four issues, there must be a variant cover, and right here, this is gorgeous. Might I say, cover of the year? This is Fantastic Four issue number 28 once again, but this is the Phil Noto variant. So here again, not only is Ryan North writing an incredible series with the Fantastic Four in it, but these covers are fantastic as well. This is just a book that delivers front to back. Everything in between is good. Pick it up. I encourage that. Oh, the dollar bins, because you know we love them. We like a good Charlton. We love a good war story. And here we have Fightin' Marines, issue number 149 from March of 1980. I guess this takes place in Korea, and I'm just here for it. You know I love these. So much fun. And yeah, that's just all I need to say. And back over to Marvel, of course, this was late as well. Here we have Phoenix. That's issue number 7. It's Yasmin Putri cover A. Fantastic cover. You've got Phoenix. Looks like destroying Thanos. So I'm here for that. Beautiful looking cover. This has been a fun series. Could get amped up just a little bit. That might be nice. You know, a little bit more. But maybe this is going to deliver. I haven't been tired of this book. I haven't regretted reading it. It's just, it could be a little bit better, but still enjoyable. I saw a lot of people talking about this one. This is right up my alley. Maybe it's right up yours. Right here we've got, well, let's see if I can say this properly. Pinupocalypse number 1. That's the Andrew Tarusov classic homage. I believe this is a Norman Rockwell take. This is like a Saturday Evening Post cover. I'm a huge Norman Rockwell fan. I love his Saturday Evening Post stuff. I love just his design. And this is kind of like that. If it's not an homage to that, I'm not entirely sure what it is. But very cool. Looking forward to it. I think this is sort of like 1950s, obviously, zombie stuff. I think some sort of monsters are involved here. And yeah, if it's a limited series, we're going to get all of them. If it's an ongoing, who knows. But beautiful cover. I almost don't even want to open it up, but we're going to because that's what it's there for. At least this one. It's got a cover and hopefully a great story. Well, that does it, folks. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And how about we get back to the real world, shall we? Well, that was a great stack of books. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. And if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? It really helps to build the channel, and I'd love to develop a community of people who just really love comics. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next week. And until then, remember, comics are good.